Hi everybody. Just wanted to show you how to do a build using IntelliJ and the source code from the course known as J for P. What we'll do is we'll open up the community edition of IntelliJ. That's good enough. It's a nice free edition. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a new project. The new project is going to be a Java project, but it's going to be created from source. So let's see if we can do that. Create new project, and next. What's he got to say? Create from template, that's okay. Next. And he's going to have a location, so we'll choose a location. And we've got some source code already in the J for P folder with some jars and some source, and so we'll use the J for P root, starting from scratch. Hit finish, and now what we'll do is it'll scan the files. There's some nice tips in here. We can certainly read those. I'll close the tip, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pause the video. Okay, that took about 15 or 20 seconds. And now we have the source and the jars all here in a directory. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the settings menu, and we're going to look for the build execution deployment compiler settings and change that 700 megabytes to 2700 megabytes, because that'll give us a good 2.7 gigabytes of heap space. And then what you want to do is go over to the source directory, look for ADBK, and find the main. Mouse right on the main, hit run, and now it's going to take a little time, so I'm going to hit pause again on my video. And now you can see you've got a bunch of libraries that are being referenced but not apparently found. So what we'll do is we'll go to our jar folder, click on the bottom jar file, scroll all the way up to the top, then hit the shift key and click on the top jar file. Then what you do here is you mouse right, you get a pop-up, and then you say add as library. It will then scan all the jar files and make sure that you can satisfy these library invocations, because if you try to import something like Dropbox, it's looking for a jar file that's associated with Dropbox, and presumably you would see that in here somewhere. Perhaps it's this Dropbox.core or Dropbox JDK for Java. So these things are all part of the system, and you need to configure the system in order to get a build. I'll pause the video here. After the jar files are scanned, you can see a lot of the errors went away. Just click out of the build, and this is all part of the configuration for larger projects. And then hit run again and let the build continue. And I'll pause while it works. So here's another aspect to the build which can cause you a hiccup. He wants the vec math in the JOGL, so you include that. Hit the shift key, mouse right, add as library. That's your Java 3D core. That should resolve the issue over in here, and now you can continue with the build. I'll hit pause again.